a lot of firms, a lot of people aimlessly trying to scale up to improve only the profitability, which is, I think it is okay, it is subjective, but there is no value creation. So unless we are able to identify what is the value that the firm or whatever you are trying to add to this world, it becomes very difficult to really make up your mind about scalability. That is what I feel. And once you decide that you want to scale it up, there are very simple things which I think are to be looked at. Number one, you should know what your niche is, what your strength is. For instance, our strength, by whatever we came across, has become resolving services in our projects. So our project process starts with plumbing the chaos and what is going to be the structural system. It sometimes leads to buildings which are little oversimple, which we feel now, but we are okay with that. But that leads you to certain kind of projects of scales which require that. You don't have to go after them, they come to you. That is what I feel. After the niche is your ability to judge that what is profitable. Your business has to be profitable. You should be either, if you're not making profit in spite of working very hard, there's something wrong in your calculations and you only need to have a profitable business. And once you have a profitable business in place, that is where you start thinking of systems. Systems is something without which scaling is not possible. Systems are not very complex things. They are rules you make for yourself and then you make it forward so that everybody knows that these are the rules to be followed. And the belief in system is something where I feel a lot of youngsters, they cut corners. They feel that lambu system and isu jarur chhe. But in the end, they pay off like anything whenever the time to scale up comes into picture. And fourth, which I feel is the most critical thing, is the balance between courage and consideration. How much risk you're willing to take and how much you're able to part with the people whom you're working with. Aa be vastuનું balance leads you to a team which is always ready to just run whenever you show the direction. So this is something I have experienced firsthand, and that is why I'm trying to explain it to the next generation.
Thank you, Snehal. Okay, and how do you kind of look at these factors for people who want to really go to this transition of scaling up? So, of course, you talked about system, you talked about team building and all those kind of things. But how do you look at this whole formalizing of things for creative processes and creative practices?
I think it's everybody has to live his life on this planet. So it's obviously a matter of choice for everyone what you choose. But if you start empathizing with the world and what it needs, then my realization is that one single person is too less to make an impact. And if you realize and if you know that what you are doing is adding some value and helping solve some important things or issues in the world, there will be an automatic urge to scale it up. And a scale karwani je urge chhe ne, that will make you do a lot of things. I do not exactly understand what is corporatization, but anything when you scale up obviously needs to be more in order so that the trivial things on day-to-day basis do not really bother you. In that sense, it is natural to grow if you really want to make a difference. That is a deep realization. And what exactly do you mean by corporatization? Can you elaborate a bit?
So you get more into systems, you get more into numbers, you discuss about that, you are more invested into things which take you away as an architect? It takes you away from the creative practices.
I think I'd like to make a remark here on what we teach in college, especially in architecture. 5 વર્ષમાં we do only concept design. And we end up thinking that I am a hero and I am going to do something unique and I am going to leave a signature in this world, leave a mark in this world by creating some very, very interesting projects. Our mindset થી બધા જ લોકો બહાર આવે છે અને obviously not everybody has the same talent or same luck or same opportunity. Lot of things need to fall in place for something great to happen. તો બાકીના લોકોએ શું કરવાનું? So it is very, very weird for me to say કે આપણી એજ્યુકેશન સિસ્ટમ આવી છે. એજ્યુકેશન સિસ્ટમ, why isn't it not talking about the various roles that construction industry needs to make a sustainable planet? અને એમાં દરેક જણની સ્ટ્રેન્થ આઈડેન્ટિફાઈ થઈને જો એને એની ટ્રેનિંગ આપવામાં આવે, then the education becomes more relevant according to me. આ તો કોઈ બી બચ્ચું નવું આવે ઓફિસમાં, એટલો બધો ટાઈમ લાગે એને અનલર્ન કરાવવામાં કે કોન્સેપ્ટ ડિઝાઇન ઇઝ નોટ ધ મેઇન થિંગ. મેકિંગ થિંગ્સ હેપન એકચ્યુઅલી ઇઝ અ બિગર થિંગ. અને દેટ ઇઝ એકચ્યુઅલી હાઉ થિંગ્સ ઓટ ટુ બી, આઈ ફીલ.
So, yeah.